Welcome back to Sketching with Gretchen. We are doing part 2 of our collage cats. So last video we traced some shapes for our cat's body out of newspaper. We traced his head, his ears, and his tail out of map. And what we're going to do today is we're going to finish off our cat with some details. So we need to add his eyes, his nose, some whiskers, and we'll add a collar for him. So I have some tools to use for these shapes. So for the eyes, I have a shape to trace that is kind of the shape of an almond, but basically an oval with pointed ends on either side. I also have a triangle with rounded corners. And if you can guess what this is for the nose. And I also have what looks like a smiley face or a frowny face, but we're going to use it this way, so it's the cat's collar, and it'll sit right here, right underneath the cat's chin. So what you're going to need is you're going to need these 3 shapes to trace. You can also draw them out on your own if you'd like to do that. You'll also need some scissors. You're going to need a Sharpie for the cat pupils, and you will need a glue stick and some papers in which to cut your shapes out of. So I'm going to start right in with the eyes. When I think of cat's eyes, I think of a bright green color. So I'm going to use this paper that was painted on previously, and I kept it as scrap. And I'm just going to trace around this shape 2 times for 2 eyes. I'll trace them both first. Okay, and then I'm going to cut these eyes out very carefully because I don't want to make them any smaller, but I am cutting inside of my black Sharpie line because I don't want to see the Sharpie. Oh, these are going to be big eyes, very big eyes. All right, I'll cut this one out. There we go. So they're going to go about there. And then once I'm happy with that, I will add some glue. And I like to put the glue on the piece that I'm gluing down versus on the paper that it's going to be glued to. That way I don't have too much glue on my paper. Okay. There are my eyes. Now I'm going to trace out the nose. And I think the nose I'm going to use this dark paper for. Now the Sharpie probably won't show up very well, but we'll see what happens. Just have to try it out. You can kind of see it, so I'm going to just cut the square shape out first. Okay. Oh, and you know what? If I had looked at the back, I could have just traced it on the back. I would have seen it much easier. Okay, now I kind of know where this one's going to go. Now with the cat's nose, you want the flat part of the triangle up. Okay. Now we can add pupils to the eyes, and pupils can be round or they can be a narrow slit shape, somewhat like the shape of the eye, like this. So I'm going to do the narrow almond shape. And then you can add a mouth, so a line down and then a line up, down, and up. And I'm just going to indicate a couple dots where the whiskers are going to come out. Now the whiskers, I didn't mention the whiskers before, but the whiskers I'm going to cut out of this black paper as well. And I want thin strips I'm going to cut 3 for each side. And then what I'm going to do, because I want my whiskers to be a little bit 3D, I'm going to wrap them around my Sharpie, which will curl them like that. But now, see, they're going to be a little bit white on the inside. I'm trying to decide if I want them actually black. I think I do, so I'm going to roll them the other way. See, this is all trial and error. You try things, you look to see if you like the way they look, and if you want to make them different, you can. Okay. Glue this one down. Here. And I will do the rest of these. There we go. Okay, so we're done with the eyes, we're done with the nose, and all we have left is the collar. So I've got this pretty pink paper that I'm gonna cut the collar out of, and I think I'll cut it out of this area here. So I'm gonna trace it. Cut it out. I'm going to try to stay inside that black line again without making it too super thin. All right, now I'm going to glue that down right underneath the cat's chin. Just perfect. Okay. So the only thing left that I want to do is I'm going to give him a little metal tag on his collar. And I have these little circles from some scrapbooking paper. And I need to decide which one I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go with this one because it matches the collar. So I will carefully cut around the circle. Glue this down. When I was in grade school, I had quite a few cats, but I remember one in particular, her name was Tiger. So I'm going to name this one Tiger. So on the tag here, I'm just going to write Tiger. And there's our finished cat collage with eyes, nose, mouth, whiskers, collar, and a personalized tag. So I hope you enjoyed this project. You can customize it however you want, make it your own. Maybe you have a cat like I did that you can name your collage cat after. Give it some curly whiskers and have fun with it. We'll see ya.